This is going to be part 6, I believe, hopefully the last one. So we're going to talk about the Mongols in China. Mongols were nomads, which means they traveled from place to place. They lived in the Gobi Desert, um, and they lived in tents called yurts, so they could move around from place to place. They grazed animals on steep, which is a flat grassland. So this is one of the vocab words. That's why I wrote it down. They were very good at horseback riding and fighting. A powerful ruler who was called Genghis Khan, which means strong ruler. He brought together a lot of the Mongol clans, which were like just groups of families of nomads who would travel around. He brought them all together. They created a Mongol law. They became really, really powerful, and they eventually took control of China through acts of terror. Terror means violent acts meant to cause fear. After they took over China, they expanded to form the Mongol Empire, which was the largest land empire in history. So they took over China, they took over countries around China. Yeah. Kublai Khan controlled all of China, and he called it the Yuan dynasty, which means beginning. This regime or authoritarian government was respectful of other religions, so they didn't really care. They didn't worry about like getting rid of religions that they don't like or anything. When the Mongols were ruling them, just like I said before, whenever a group of people rules for a long time, the country becomes wealthy and powerful. One European traveler, Marco Polo, which I'm assuming a lot of you guys have heard of, he traveled to China during this time, and he talked about how beautiful and wealthy it was. So yeah, after the Mongols fell, then came the Ming Dynasty. Ming means brilliant. Emperor Zhao called himself a military emperor. He created an imperial city. Today it's called the Forbidden City. If any of you guys have seen the Karate Kid, the like newer one, they go visit the Forbidden City in that movie. That was a city just for like the people at the very, very top of society, so like the emperor and his family. He changed China. He created a census, which is where they count how many people are in the empire. This was used to find out how many people owed taxes. And this time there was peace and security, just like all the other times of peace and security. The arts flourish. A lot of novels or long fiction stories were written at this time. There's a lot of exploring that happened at this time too. The Chinese leaders wanted to go learn about other countries, and so they did that, which increased their trade. Zhang He visited India and Africa. He brought back some exotic animals, and the emperor really liked that, and so they created a zoo. At this time, also, so eventually they stopped the exploring. It was like too expensive, and they didn't want to do it anymore. But then other people from outside started coming in. So some Europeans, specifically Portuguese people, came in wanting to convert people to Christianity. So these Christian missionaries kept coming in and wanting to teach people about Christianity. The Chinese did not like that. They saw Europeans or people from Europe or people from outside of China as barbarians or uncivilized people. Then this empire comes to the end. The Ming Empire falls because, just like every other one, they became too harsh. They put heavy taxes on the people, and then there was eventually a revolt, and that dynasty ended as well.